the olden days, you bought a Citroen because of its characterful individual styling. But more recently, the only incentive to buy one is because its dealers would sell you one cheap. With the new C4 VTS Coupe, you get a funky design and a dealer discount. This is the sportiest version of their Focus rival, and Citroen are making it very hard to say no. The list price is £17,295, but you can literally walk into a showroom and say, any chance of a £2,500 discount? And they'll say, yeah, all right. And that's about it. £2,500 off, just like that, thanks to a very nice offer in the month of May. Right, let's see what it's like behind the wheel. And blimey, what a wheel. Unlike every other car on Earth, the C4 has a steering wheel with a fixed centre, so it's only the rim that rotates. It is a bit weird to start with, but you soon get used to it. It may seem like a gimmick, but it does have a purpose, always keeping the airbag in the most effective position. And the steering wheel isn't the only groovy bit of the C4's kit and caboodle. Inside, there are some real quality touches. The rev counter, tucked behind the steering wheel, flashes red when you hit the rev limiter. There's an air freshener that allows you to change the fragrance. And you can even plug in a DVD player or games console to watch on the centre display. Of course, being a VTS means that it should be a sporty car. I used to own a Citroen C4 VTS, and it was one of the most fun cars I've ever driven. So for this C4 to really deserve that badge, it needs to be a very entertaining drive. Well, it's got 180 brake horsepower, which is adequate, but these days it's rather limp compared to the opposition, and it's not exactly a rocket off the line either, needing 8.3 seconds to reach 62 miles an hour. And if you want swift progress after that, you have to stir the slightly sloppy gearbox to keep the revs up. The suspension soaks up the lumps and bumps with the comfort of a large car, and in fact, that's exactly what this C4 VTS feels like, a large car. There's nothing urgent about its turn-in. The body rolls noticeably when you switch direction, so all in all, this car leaves you set for nothing more than a Sunday drive. But with 35 NCAP points, it is the safest sporty hatch you can buy. And there's one safety system in particular that I want to test. It's a £300 option called the Lane Departure Warning System. Drift over a white line at over 50 miles an hour without indicating, and 6 infrared sensors at the front of the car will detect it and warn you by making the corresponding side of the driver's seat vibrate. So, does it work? Well, let's scuttle over this white line. Oh, yes, it does work. And back again. Yes, it definitely works. But is it worth 300 quid? Well, no, because quite frankly, if you need to rely on a device like this to keep you alert behind the wheel, you shouldn't be driving in the first place. The truth is, Citroen's not really selling this as a hot hatch. So why they've given it their sportiest VTS badge, I'm not sure. If you prefer your drive to be quicker and sharper, and you're prepared to fork out an extra 1,500 quid, in May at least, then the Honda Civic Type R is still our favourite in this sector.